Hello, friends, and welcome back to Ask a Bhante. I have a question here. And this question is from soundofrainmetta on the YouTube comments under the first introductory Ask a Bhante video. It says, "Hey Bhante, grateful you are making YouTube videos again. How did you take your first baby steps to see impermanence when you first started practicing? I would love to know how to fine tune your sense of impermanence in your practice on a daily basis now. I have a bell app on my phone that rings at set intervals so I can remind myself that this too shall pass. I've been doing that for the last few months, and it's crazy to see how in 5 minutes time the last time the bell rang, that moment is completely gone. Thanks, Bhante. Happy practicing." Impermanence is it. I mean that's the real deal. That's what that's what we're practicing to strive for. Um, what I would say in terms of really looking at impermanence, a suggestion is to really reflect on the five subjects of contemplation. You know that I'm subject to aging, I'm subject to illness, I'm subject to death. Everything and everyone that I find pleasing, I will be separated from, and I'm the owner of my actions. Those five, right? Because when you remind yourself of that, you will see that in the world. Right? What is aging? Right? We started out as small little beings, and now we've gotten bigger. And then as we get older, we start to hunch over and get smaller and things like that, right? We can see impermanence in our own life. You can see when we have gray hair, which I had my hairs growing in a little bit a couple months ago, and I saw, oh, I had more gray hair than I used to have. So you can fine tune your awareness to see change in everything and everywhere, right? Normally, when we go out, when we're amongst people, we see, young, beautiful, attractive people, right? We rarely ever really pay attention to old, brittle, sick people. So we can observe that. We can be aware of that very, very deeply in our daily life. It's right there for us to see, but we don't see it. So that is a very gross way of really kind of keeping your mind on the fact that things are changing, the fact that you're getting older, the fact that you're not going to be around here forever, right? And then, of course, there's the more subtle type of seeing impermanence, which is what you're going to find when you sit down to meditate and get into those deeper states of concentration, and when your mind is very calm and peaceful and subtle, and you're able to really follow the breath as it comes in and goes out. And you can see that this is this nature of reality, the nature of all conditioned things, that things arise, they persist for a time, and then they cease. So you can see this in your practice. I like the idea of having a bell that kind of brings you back, brings you to awareness. That's pretty good. And also, this too shall pass. This too shall pass was very, very important for me. I had first heard it from, Ajahn Brahm and his videos years and years ago at the beginning of my my Buddhist practice. And not only is this too shall pass good for when you're in tough situations, but you have to remember the story of this too shall pass. The story is that it's not only in bad situations, but good situations too. When you're wrapped up in things that are all blissful and nice, you have to remind yourself, this too shall pass. This is not permanent. This will not be forever. And that usually helps you kind of develop a gratitude for whatever it is that you're experiencing and whoever you're with and these kind of things. So yeah, let's see if there's anything else that I miss here that I can answer. How did I take my first baby steps to seeing impermanence? It was those 5 subjects of contemplation, without a doubt. I mean, of course, I had seen old age, sickness, and death a lot in my life, but I didn't really, and I mean, they affected me, but I didn't contemplate them in terms of like impermanence per se. That's why when I first read this, the 5 subjects of contemplation, it was really impactful, and I still use it to this day. That is that's the gross way of understanding impermanence, seeing it all around you. And then there's the refined, fine way of seeing it way more deeply and subtly in deep concentration and meditation. All right, well, I guess that's about it. I don't have anything else to say. So, as you said, happy practicing to me. I wish it back. So, Suki Hotu, may you be happy and practice well and be well.